Good morning, everyone. Morning, morning, morning. Welcome to JLJ This Morning here on JLJ Media. And I am the JLJ of JLJ This Morning and a JLJ of JLJ Media, James Lott Jr. And I keep saying that, it will never get old to me. So this show is all about positivity and encouragement first thing in the morning to set your day off right. That's what we're doing. So sometimes I'm by myself, sometimes I'm live, and sometimes I get to bring in positive people to sit with me and talk about things that are positive. And this person literally, how you want to say it? Positively, it's not even getting ready. Positively Productive Systems is what she has. Positivelyproductive.com is the website. She is Positively Lisa Zawrotny. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, James. JLJ Media, the man, the myth, the legend.
So, folks, if you haven't watched, she's been on my shows over the years several times, and we always have a great conversation. And she's a great person to follow her. Follow her. Follow her. We'll tell you her stuff at the end.
Mhm.
But she'll be on here from time to time because she's positive. And she has a brand on that. And today we're going to talk about gratitude because it's a word that's thrown around and you hear it. Even I talk about it on this show sometimes. But I want you to hear her take on that and what that kind of means for her and what she does. So thank you, Lisa, for coming on the show, of course.
Thank you. It is my pleasure. You know, you call and I will show up
She
and
does.
talk positivity with you.
Yes, and I've been on her show too. I have done her show also,
Yes.
so we've
Yes.
cross pollinated. Okay, so gratitude. I'm going to say that word, and tell me. Let's start it off, girl. What do you think?
First of all, I think it gets a bad rap.
Yep, right.
It's become a buzzword, and I think in a nutshell, if you take nothing else away from today, I just want to give you the first big thing, which is that it is not always what we think it is, and the practice of it, it is something so much more than that. And when you understand the reasons behind it and how it works in our lives, you will be taking a look at those gratitude journals or whatever else kind of floats your boat. You will look at them much differently. So
Yeah, true. I think I agree with you. I think it does get a bad rap because it is kind of this buzzword, catch-all word. It's like good attitude, gratitude, right? Gratitude, live gratitude. It's like, okay,
Thankful Thursday. Yeah.
that's true. But it's all for a greater meaning. And gratitude a lot of times isn't the thing, you're right, the things you think they are. You think it's like, oh, I live in gratitude that I woke up this morning. Well, yeah, that is part of it. But
Mhm.
also you're thinking of just good things all the time, right? You're always thinking gratitude's linked to good stuff.
Right. And that's where we start getting into like sort of these myths about it, that it's just positive, and that you can't be talking about bad things, and you have to be grateful, and you can't grouse. And it's like, whoa, now you're getting into toxic positivity, and that's a whole nother
Yeah, so hold on.
discussion
We'll
for
put that
another
on the
day,
show at
right?
some point. That's the whole thing that we'll talk.
Yeah, put that on the list,
Yes.
because that so no, that's not at all what we want. Gratitude is a deeper appreciation. And when you start thinking of it that way, something where you can tap into whatever is going on in your life, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever's happened, and you can say, what what is good within that? What was the opportunity? What was the lesson? What was the, you know, point where I took a deep breath, and at least I had this, it's sort of, it's not that, oh, well, just as long as, I want to eradicate the word just, or you're lucky to have, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a combination of things. But to me, gratitude, the best way I could describe it is the embers of a fire where you think something may have burnt out. And this is especially true when you have difficult times. But they're still there. There's still the potential. You just need to search for them a little and then nurture them, stoke them, bring them back, and suddenly you have a fire again.
I love that analogy. And I always tell people when doors close, they're not always closing for a bad reason.
Yes.
They close because they're narrowing you to your path to the right reason, possibly. Or they're closing, they're telling you that isn't good for you. You think it is.
Right.
To live in gratitude that that door did close. It may hurt, right? So are you allowed to feel the hurt? That's, I guess, when it comes to gratitude.
Yes. 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 Also, yes.
Yes, like that.
and And here's the thing about it. The first time I heard, really started to hear about gratitude, it did come in that form that made me defensive of saying, well, you're trying to lessen my hurt right now. And it felt defensive. And so that's what I want to release as you listen to this, is release that idea. It's absolutely honoring whatever it is that you're struggling with. But it's like the saying, when you're going through hell, don't stop. Right? So especially when it comes to adversity, yes, it does seem like gratitude's an easier thing to access when we're having a good time. And it absolutely is. Interestingly, it's when we're having a tough time that we need it the most.
My bell. That's my
Yeah.
bell. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Ding ding.
No, seriously, that's what it is. When we need
Right?
it the most, that's when you need to dig deep and
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah. And, research is backing this up. We have positive psychology research. We have Harvard level research that shows that we're rewiring our brains when we do this. Originally, when I was, I'm all about productivity, right? And organizing and habits. And I was like, I need to teach people gratitude. I actually started a free gratitude group, still running 3.5 years later, and it will for as long as I can keep it going. I started this group and I thought, I know this sounds odd, but just hang in there. And then I realized later, it's like, no, it's not odd at all. It is one of the most powerful power habits we can have. And if you look at successful people, now I'm not just talking about big money people, but just generally successful thought leaders, people who are making a huge difference in this world, what do they have in common? Probably meditation is in there too. That, again, another discussion for another day, but gratitude practice. People
Lisa,
who've been through hardship, right? All
yeah,
that.
yes, and Lisa knows this about me. On my Super Organizer show for the last 6 years, I open every show with thanks and gratitude. I've done that from the
Yes.
very, very beginning because when I got the radio show, I was thankful and living in gratitude. And I
Yeah.
thought, I want to make sure every show I'm here doing this, I'm allowed to do it. I'm going to give thanks and gratitude. And I've been
I
doing it
love that.
for almost 6 years now. I've had the show. So, I mean, it's like every episode, not,
Yeah.
not a fail. Every single episode, I always give it.
Right. And the energy that you bring to the table in general, the energy that you bring is so positive. But when we go into that place of gratitude, it's a great way to start anything, start your day, but even before you go to sleep. So again, whatever it is that you're starting, you bring a different energy when you bring gratitude. Right. And so every single time you do that, I actually end my episodes, my podcast episodes, uh, allowing my guests to express gratitude for whatever it is. And it's such a beautiful moment, such a
So,
different energy.
what is one way someone can access gratitude? If they're listening to this going, Lisa, I don't know what to do. What's at least one takeaway for them to do?
Okay, so the way that I coach gratitude has to do with 4 categories of how it kind of interacts and intersects into our lives. So there's awareness, action, adversity, and approach, because I'm obsessed with alliteration. So the and the in the awareness is really the takeaway here, because it's the first step always, whether you're like, I'm not even sure how to do this, or if you're like, oh, I've gotten away from it, or I tried that gratitude journal and I just can't keep up with it. Leave that all behind. The key takeaway here is you don't need a thing. You don't need an app. You don't even need a notebook in order to do it. We're doing it right now. We can do it with each other. You can do it as soon as you hear us and you're like, ooh, and you start thinking of it. It's opening your eyes and looking around. That's how you access it. I'm grateful that you thought of me when you thought of this topic. And that does my heart good. I'm grateful to be well enough to be here. I'm grateful for this technology. It is the laundry list kind of thing that we think of sometimes. Don't negate the power of that, because when you mention one thing, you mention the next and the next and the next. And I think it might have been Zig Ziglar who said, when you find things to be grateful for, you will find more things to be grateful for. See, what you focus on, you fuel. So really, it's start with one thing, look around and start with one thing.
Well, I'm grateful for you, Miss Lisa. You know that very much.
Yes.
Very, very much. Thank you for that. Tell people where they can find you.
Ooh, positivelyproductive.com is my website, and that has, tracks me to everywhere. I would love if you would come to the Positively Living podcast where we have all these wonderful conversations. And I love to play on Instagram. We have a lot of fun there together, don't we? Positively_Lisa.
And I'll have them all in the description, folks. Thank you,
Wonderful.
Lisa, for being on. Everyone, please find something to be grateful for today. I'm grateful for you who are watching this and or listening this. Follow us wherever you find this podcast. I am on every streaming platform service. I am on YouTube on my online network, JLJ Media. So follow us there. Share this with anybody who thinks needs to hear this, please. And comment. Comment
Yeah.
below. Let us know what you're grateful for. Let us know what you're feeling. Let us know how we made you feel this morning. I wish you all a great day.